Hey everyone, Rob here from Gunfather Milsim, and today we're going to talk about a topic that's kind of been bouncing around my head a lot lately, especially with the new season and some new players out there. The goal is not to make it a rant, might be a little bit of one, but maybe more some advice. The issue I see is players trying to purchase skill versus trying to learn how to play. Okay, and new players, they come to the sport and entry level gun, whatever, and it seems like the first thing they go running to is, well, I need more range. So they upgrade the hop up or the barrel or whatever, and well, I'm still not getting enough range. I need to get a DMR or switch to a sniper or whatever, and all these things don't really produce the results they want or the victory they think it's going to produce for them. So they just keep getting pushing further and further. Oh, I need HPA. For my part, I still don't understand how the air pushing 400 feet per second out of an HPA is any different than the air pushing 400 feet per second out of an AEG. It's the exact same thing. So they're going to have the same range. The only difference would be is if you're using jewel creep or dwell time to cheat, which is unfortunately some people do that, but I'm not going to go down that road. The point is people try to buy more and more expensive guns, hoping that it's going to give them a significant range advantage, and it doesn't. Your effective range for a rifleman 400 FPS is going to be about 150 feet. Now, yes, can you arc them in much farther than that? Yeah, you can usually arc them in about 200 feet, but a lot of times you spend so much time trying to hit people at that range, it's usually not worth it in the end because it takes you so long, and all the while you're compromising your position. These players are pretty easy to spot. You can usually see them way in the back, and they're standing in the open, and they're just trying to shoot them in like artillery. I know some people say that, oh, my AEG can shoot 300 feet or 250 feet, and I would challenge them to bring a rangefinder to the field and confirm that, and I'm sure they will find that they're actually only shooting 175 or 200. Airsoft players are notorious for overestimating range, but neither here nor there. Tell you a little bit personal story to kind of show my point. My background before I started playing airsoft was all in law enforcement and SWAT tactics and small arms, stuff like that. I had no military background whatsoever, and law enforcement we don't play out in the woods. Okay, it's all urban CQB, building searches, building clears, stuff like that. So I go start playing airsoft outdoors, woodland play, which is really my favorite. And I was getting my ass kicked. I was getting shot to shit all the time. Realized that this was something fun that I wanted to do, but was trying to figure out exactly, well, how do I do this well? And you start looking for answers. And what I did is I went to the good and the experienced players, the guys who did really well, got lots of kills, always seemed to be in the right place at the right time, the guys that were pushing objectives. And I watched them, and I sat back and kind of watched them play, watched what they did, tried to model it, and I would pull them aside and talk to them. Well, why'd you do that? Why'd you do this? What was you thinking here? And through that process, I learned how to be very effective, extremely effective at woodland play. And none of it was from my official law enforcement high-speed whiz-bang trainers. It was all from just guys playing airsoft that played airsoft well. Now, some of those guys had military backgrounds, some of them didn't, but they were excellent players, and I listened and learned from those who knew, and that's how you learn to use angles and use multiple lanes of fire and blah blah blah, skirmish lines and whatnot. All stuff I've covered in other videos on here. Okay, none of that is from any sort of formal training. But it's all pretty basic stuff, but no one does it. Most new players just want to sit back, get a gun that shoots farther, and that doesn't help you get an objective. If you're plinking away at guys that are at the end of your range, that doesn't help you get an objective, because then the objective is 200 feet away. You really want to be able to move up as a group and engage targets inside that 150 feet, 100 feet, so you can actually more affect the battle space, or whatever the hell you want to call it, and actually capture some objectives, which is the goal. The goal is not just to get kills. So on that note, talk about two of my guns just to give you an example. Now, this is my ICS Captain, okay? This is featured in a lot of videos. This is an awesome AEG, and I have a lot of money, you could say invested, but airsoft's not really an investment, it's just fun, in this. So this gun in particular, that's a real Aimpoint M2 I had lying around that I wasn't using anymore. Aero Precision M-Lock rail, kind of a dated Phoenix flashlight here, tactical light. So all in, minus the optics and stuff, this is easily a $500 gun. Okay, lots of upgrades on it. Optics worth about 200, Phoenix lights worth about another 100. So we're talking, this is $800 investment here, $800 gun. Is it my best shooting AEG? No, it's not. It shoots well. I like it. I use it for CQB because it's set up for it. But no, not even close. What is my best AEG then, you ask? It would be this. This is an Echo 1 OCW. Okay. I originally purchased one of these in April of 2013. I actually had to look up the video that I made right after I did a gameplay video right after that nobody watches because nobody watches gameplay videos because they're boring. But that's how I knew exactly when I purchased it. At least my original one. This is the second one I've owned. That one I had for well over 5 years of hard use. Worked great. I think the only thing I upgraded was the hop up and the barrel, type bore barrel. Anyway, eventually it shredded some gears. It didn't owe me anything. It was after several years of hard use. I went looking to buy a new gear set and found one of these on sale for 150 bucks because the box had a tear in it or something. So instead of fixing that one, I bought a brand new one for 150 bucks, switched over some parts, and that's the gun you see here. I bought this one about a year and a half ago. And just like the first one, this gun is awesome and is essentially a Cyma AK, which is like the good, reliable, but affordable AK platform for airsoft. And I think you can buy Cyma AKs. It used to be 150 bucks. I think now they're closer to 200. The point is, I hate the fact that this gun shoots as well as it does. I really wish it didn't. I wish that my best shooting gun was the $800 one, but it's not. It's this one that was 150 bucks. And I don't know how to explain it. Couldn't tell you. I did put a flat hop in it when I bought the $150 one. Got a skosh more range out of it, maybe 10 feet. I don't know. I didn't measure. I usually don't engage people at the end of that range anyway, so it's not really relevant. But so that's the advice I have. If I had to choose, if I have to get the best performing AEG I have, and when am I going to bring that day to the field? As much as I would love it to be that really cool gun, it's going to be this cheap one, because this one outperforms the awesome one every day of the week and twice on Sunday. It's just a great gun. So how is it that using that gun or that gun, I'm able to just do rack up kills and be more successful than a lot of players with HPA guns and high-end guns? Once again, it's not the gun, it's the player. And the more you look to the gun to increase your skill, look to your gun to increase your abilities and your ability to get kills on the field, the more you're going to be disappointed, because that's not the answer. Your answer is to learn how to play. Your answer is to learn how to work as a team with other people. And here's a crazy one: get some radios and use radios and communicate with each other, and set up multiple angles of fire and take some objectives. To this day, it shocks me. I see really cool, awesome, established airsoft teams that have they got a Facebook page and everything. They got Facebook pages and patches and fucking shirts and all sorts of cool shit, but they don't use radios. And I'm like, well, how the hell can you be an airsoft team if you don't use radios? It's probably the most affordable piece of equipment you have, pound for pound, that you're going to get the biggest performance increase out of it for the money, without a doubt, is get some radios, learn how to communicate with people who you can't see, and coordinate your attacks and your angles and your assaults on objectives, using radios. So that's my rant. That's my 2 cents. Short video that basically, find some guys who know what they're doing and kind of model them and follow them around and see what they do. If you want to talk about it in the comments below, go right ahead. I like kind of a livelier comment section. I'm all about, I read the comments when I see them, and I'll respond to just about all of them. Lately I've had some guys who will like, oh, I'll read the comments and we'll have like a good discussion, and you know, they'll kind of, some of the CQB videos, there was like an argument, or not really an argument, the guy had a very good question, a legitimate question about why'd you do this instead of this, and I answered it, and I thought it was a great conversation. I thought it would be a good one for other people to read, and then the guy deleted it, and I don't know if he felt like you know, his question was stupid, because I didn't think it was at all, or he just he felt like he'd been corrected. I don't know. Please leave that on there. Don't be afraid to have a discussion and be like, learn some new knowledge and have other people benefit from seeing that. I ask questions all the time. Don't be afraid to. All right. So thanks for watching.